Hello and welcome to Wednesday Night Modern here at the Geekery on this fine February 20th. My name is Wesley Sonamaker.
And I'm John Murphy.
And looking at the table here on your left, we have Nick playing a Grixis Delver deck. And on your right, we have Eric playing Quicken Loans.
Yeah, it's blue-green, it's Simic Turbo Fog. That's what it is.
Is Simic taking turns, John?
Well, it's Simic taking turns with fogs.
That's fair. It started out as Simic taking turns because Eric and I were talking about it, and we realized that if you play Wilderness Reclamation, you could play Quicken into Time Warp.
Oh, wow, that's exciting.
And so that's where the name Quicken Loans comes from.
All right.
He is no longer playing either of those cards.
Sure. Still a very cool deck. And
playing some Nexus of Fate, some Wilderness Reclamations, some Fogs, as you said.
Yeah, we got turn 1 Faithless Looting from Nick here.
In a Delver deck, I like it.
Yeah, well, so the deck is playing copies of Terramander.
Ooh!
Yeah, exactly. Which is and we just see one discarded right there. Which presumably we got another one in hand
here. Discards Fatal Push because he knows that Eric would never play a deck that Fatal Push is good against.
Yeah, I mean when your opponent, yeah, that's actually a pretty good point. Oh, wow, looks like we're stuck on one land here for Nick.
Boy howdy, sure is Terramander in here.
Yeah, that I don't know how that's gonna go for him.
Yeah,
because
this Eric just playing Simic Guildgates here.
yeah, exactly. Here we go. Just Simic Tapland is Simic Tapland.
Yep.
Maybe we're gonna see a. I almost said maybe we're gonna see a Lumbering Falls, and then I realized
that already seen
that
already
happened.
Falls.
Yeah.
Talking about Thornwood Falls.
Oh, that might have been what I was thinking of. Yeah. Okay, we got fetch land here from Eric.
Delver, flip
and,
the Delver.
All right.
Oppa!
Flip with no preparation whatsoever here on Nick's side of the table.
Better lucky than good.
Yeah, it looks like a Serum Visions, which maybe it'll dig him to his second land.
Part of me really loves that Terramander on the front half is just Flying Men.
Right, yeah. I'm a big fan of Flying Men.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's real good.
I think it is a fully absurd card, and therefore I'm
It's so silly.
Yeah.
God, Arabian Nights, what a set.
Yeah, and it looks like, no luck on that second land, and he bottomed both cards off the Serum Vision,
God.
You gotta imagine that
no.
Nick is just flying blind here, looking for a second land in his hand. Pretty good. He's got a Mana Leak and what looks like a Kolaghan's Command.
I'm sorry, is that a Radiant Fountain?
That is a Radiant Fountain.
That's how you beat Burn in Pauper.
Right.
Is you play the Ravnica Karus and Radiant Fountain, so you can just play Radiant Fountain over and over again.
I mean, that's how I personally beat Burn and Pauper.
Yep,
so
yep,
yeah.
that's how
All
I
right,
did.
we got Cryptic Command, tap the team, draw a card,
God.
and just
See, I'm a horrible person. If I were Susek here, I'd just put his land back in his hand at the end of the turn.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
I mean, that's not totally crazy.
Yeah, I'd take the 4, go to 12.
Yeah, okay, and we got standard All-Star Wilderness Reclamation. Yeah.
No kidding. I mean, Eric's basically just playing that Bant deck minus some white cards.
Right, minus any white cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got Flooded Strand. That's sort of a white card.
It's neat.
It's white adjacent.
Yeah. Speaking of adjacent, he's also playing 2 Jace the Mind Sculptor and a Jace Architect of Thought.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't think Jace the Mind Sculptor is that good in Modern.
I think it's fine. I
too think it's fine. I don't think it's that good.
Yeah, I think it's like it's 4-ofable in the decks that want it, like blue-white control playing
That's
Terminus.
fair. If you're trying to put Terminus back on top of your deck.
Maybe 3.
Oh god, gaining more life.
See, it is not common in Modern that you see a land come onto the battlefield untapped and you gain 2 life.
Yeah, that's not...
Yeah. Like
that don't happen very often.
You only ever see a Radiant Fountain enter the battlefield tapped off a primetime or something. Yeah.
Yep, something silly like that.
And
oh boy.
Here he is,
Here's
Jace the Mind Sculptor.
He's still good, don't get me wrong. Internet, don't jump down my throat for saying that Jace is bad.
Eric's going to Fate Seal himself, bottoming.
Oh.
And I see a Fog in hand.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I don't know what kind of counter spells Nick is running main board. I've only seen the Mana Leak so far. It looks like we got Lightning Bolt on Jace and End Step. We got Delver Trigger, Blind Flip, a Terminate. That card is completely useless in this matchup.
Yeah, that card does actual nothing. Kill Snapcaster Mage.
I guess, if you can count that as doing something.
It technically does something?
Right, yeah. I mean, it doesn't not do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we got fog, just actual fog
Real
right
actual
there.
fog. Good magic card.
Yeah, definitely. And Terramander. All right.
Sure is Terramander in here.
Yeah, and
that's
this,
all. Is that 4 of them accounted for? No, it's just 3.
No, it's just 3. Yeah, it looks like Nick. That Mana Leak, that Terminate, just kind of hanging out in his hand right now.
Oh man, if
those
Susek
cards,
if Eric has 1 Nexus of Fate here, it's probably just over. He's gonna draw so many cards off of that Jace. Ugh.
Oh yeah, Jason extra turns. That
yeah, it's a powerful combination.
Yeah, taking turns was not yet a modern. Was not any longer a modern deck when Jace got unbanned.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. It's like Eric's trying to bring it back here though.
Yeah, it looks like Eric's got Growth Spiral in hand.
And what's that blue card?
Recent standard funness something. I don't
Is
know.
that Blue Suns?
Oh,
that's a Blue Suns.
Oh my god, yeah, the one of in the deck. I mean, it's just it's just. I mean, at best, it's fill my hand forever, and at worst, it's kill you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hey, I'd like you to draw a million cards. Who else was? Will was playing another Wilderness Reclamation deck.
Okay.
It's except he was playing like Mystical Teachings and a Sultai Shell. And get this, we did the math on his deck. If he got all 3 of his, if Will got all 3 of his Wilderness Reclamations out, and every mana producing land in play, he can Blue Suns for X equals 69.
Well, that's very nice, but unfortunately, the viewers have not yet seen Will's deck, which will be in a future feature round.
Yes, where I will again say that joke because it's true and I love it.
Okay, well, yeah, it looks like we've just got Blue Sun's target self here for Eric.
Drawing 9?
Yeah, and no
Jesus.
no Reliquary Tower or anything,
Wow.
so it's basically just...
Oh, is he trying to find a Nexus of Fate to just... Oh, no.
So he used all the mana to Blue Suns himself for a lot. So he's just going to have a completely busted hand full of exactly what he needs to take turns for the rest of the game.
Yeah, if he's got 1 Fog here.
Right, and 1 copy of Fog, which, you know, Nick's got the Mana Leak for it, but I don't think he has enough instants or sorceries. I don't think he has enough... he doesn't have enough mana to activate both.
Yeah, if he could activate both, then
activate
Eric's
both,
exactly
swing for 16.
dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have enough mana to activate both Terramanders and Mana Leak the Fog, because Eric had to have drawn the Fog.
Yeah, but I'd be shocked if he didn't.
Yeah, if he didn't draw the Fog, he's in bigger. Yep, there it is.
Gonna do that during his upkeep. There's the Mana Leak. Yep. Now he can't activate the Terramanders.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. Yup. Oh no. Oh no. Eric's kind of just playing with his food at this point.
Well, I mean, he's still. I don't know.
He had to find something. Like,
looks like he's got Remand in hand, and Jace,
an
Architect of Thought, which is great against this go wide game plan that Nick is on right now.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, also just
never mind.
Mini Factor Fiction
Yeah,
right here.
that's also fine. That's also good.
Is that a Doth mine eyes spy a Nexus of Fate?
That is a Nexus of Fate.
Yeah, so what? It's got to mean he has one in his hand already, doesn't
I'm
it?
sure.
Ooh.
Yeah. The deck plays 3, so the odds he doesn't have it are very small.
Pretty low.
Also, just like the Planeswalkers are good.
Yeah.
You know, and Planeswalkers just activating them multiple times
Hot take.
before your opponent gets to do anything. It's just like Jace, Architect of Thought, not necessarily a tier Planeswalker.
I'd like you to consider the following line: just take enough turns to uptick Jace a bunch of times, make his opponent's creatures like -20, -20s, and pass the turn back.
You're right, because it's until your
next, or is it? Nope, doesn't even
it's
work.
until your next turn, yeah.
Darn.
So, oh well. All right, looks like we got a bunch of mana here untapping for Eric, and tapping 7 of it.
Oh, God.
Nexus of Fate, the
what should
nightmare of head judges everywhere.
No kidding. Good
Yeah.
Lord. Banned in best of 1 standard on exactly MTG Arena.
Right, yeah, exactly. It,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a design mistake, but it...
Was a design mistake.
Yeah. It's definitely a merchandising mistake. Just like the way they brought that card to people was...
Well, I mean, honestly, it's cheaper than a lot of mythics in a lot of
Yeah,
standard
it's true.
sets.
It drives me crazy. People keep speculating on it.
God,
And
Yeah.
speculation on
Yeah.
standard cards drives me absolutely wild.
It's dumb.
As someone who works at a store and wants to just like sell people cards,
Yeah.
because most of the cards we sell are standard or modern, you know.
Yeah, and you're not like selling to speculators. You're selling to like little Timmy who wants to buy a Nexus of Fate
Right,
so he
exactly.
can take another turn.
Right, but we had to buy it from someone who had to get it from someone, usually us, and then we have to sell it for.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't like Nexus of Fate. I think it's logistically miserable. I think it is very powerful, and I think it's completely awesome in this deck. But I don't think that's enough.
It is sweet as hell. I can't lie.
I don't think that's enough to redeem it in my eyes.
Nope. I would agree with you. Yeah, and he's just gonna.
Wow, and we got yeah. And did the other cards just go to the graveyard?
Yeah.
Oh my.
So you saw earlier when.
Nope, bottom of the library. There we go.
Oh, was it bottom library?
Yeah, it's not actual fact or fiction.
Boo.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about.
Well,
I used to know that. I played in that standard environment.
Oh, such a good standard environment. Tapping the Wilderness Reclamations to indicate each untap.
Sure.
Oh, he's gonna spin as Kanta so many times.
Wow. Okay.
Ugh. Gonna float a bajillion mana.
Wow, looks like 10. Looks like 10 mana
It's probably
floating.
enough.
Yeah.
You know, there are enchantments that tap themselves.
Yes, there are very, very few of them.
I think there's one.
And we got Nexus of Fate.
Yep.
And Nick is just going to scoop it up here.
I'd say wise move on his part.
Yeah, definitely. That.
Susek's going to get a bunch of Azcanta triggers every turn, and he's going to get to spin Jace, so that's like 20 cards deep every single turn.
And the fact that you see one of 3 Nexus of Fates in like the remaining 30 cards is the chances are astronomically high.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just loops Nexus of Fate forever until he Jace ults you.
Yeah, so we unfortunately don't have access to Nick's sideboard here, but I imagine counterspells is the kind of the plan of the day.
Yeah,
we got some
looks like a counter squall.
surgical. Oh wait, surgical extraction. That's not going to go the way he wants it to.
Yeah, that's not a very good card in this.
Nexus of Fate is a replacement.
That is a
effect,
replacement
it's not a
effect,
trigger.
kiddos.
Yeah, Blood Moon seems awesome.
Blood Moon seems very good.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got 7 basics and a Field of Ruin to get him.
Yeah,
though.
but it looks like Counter Squall coming in. Yeah, that's not surprising.
Yeah,
Just
bring in Counter Squall.
your negate equivalent. Take
yep,
out your Terminates, take out your
Card
Fatal
is
Pushes.
horrible in this matchup.
Card does literally nothing.
Hey, kill
Okay.
Snapcaster Mage.
All right, whatever. Yeah, and then on the sideboard for Eric, we've got 2 Surgical Extraction, a Ceremonious Rejection, 2 Dispel, 4 Life Goes On, 1 Spell Pierce, 1 Negate, 1 Scavenging Ooze, 1 Shadow of Doubt.
Yeah, both the 4 life goes on and me knowing Eric personally, he doesn't like losing to burn.
Right, yeah, so it looks like probably...
Probably bring in the Dispels. And
yeah,
the
Dispels
Pierce
and
the
Life
Negate.
Goes On. Oh, wow, okay. You think all in on some more counterspells?
I think that's probably what you most care about. I don't think this Delver deck is quite fast enough for you to be that concerned about your life total.
Okay, fair enough.
And the 4 Fogs blank most of their attack steps.
Sure.
Which is really how they're good. They're not a burn deck. I mean, as you saw, they've got Nick's got bolts, and Snap Bolt is powerful.
Sure.
But I don't think that's what you're scared of. I think you're scared of Terramander attacking you for 5.
Yeah.
Man, this deck's so sweet.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very good. I just, I don't know. For a second I was like, oh, I don't really like Jace, and then I realized all of Nick's threats change after they come on the battlefield in some way, and so just like Jace minus bounce and then he eats some damage is it's just like fine.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. Yeah. That's Jace's minus. So I played Legacy for a very long time, and so I was very used to Jace being bananas, and so I figured he would. I figured he would snap the format in half when he was unbanned, and then I played with him, and I had him played against me, and I realized his minus is just not that good in Modern.
Yeah, no, not
His
so
minus
much.
1, whereas in Legacy, you're like putting their Grizzlebrand back in their hand,
Right.
like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, or even their Delvers, like
Yeah, even their Delvers.
you know.
In a format like that, where
Yeah.
there's so few like board interaction.
sure.
That's really the difference between Modern and Standard and other formats is how much the board is impacted.
Sure. Yeah. And it looks like both players are going to keep 7.
Yup.
Nick's going to turn 1, shock a blood crypt, Thoughtseize.
Ooh, yeah, his
All
life
right.
total is irrelevant in this
Yeah.
matchup. That's a sketchy keep from Eric.
Yeah.
Is that a Snapcaster over there? Yeah, that's
Okay.
not a lot of interaction. I guess the double. What is that card's name?
Radiant Fountain.
Thank you so much. Gonna help keep him alive for a little bit.
Sure. And Nick doing his best Death Shadow impression right now.
Yeah, no kidding.
It looks like he's maybe trying to find. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, I gotta say, if I'm gonna be playing a Grixis deck that wants to be putting things in the bin and playing cheap threats, I'd probably just jam a couple of Death Shadows in there.
Yeah, I mean,
like slap a.
I don't know. Death Shadow already plays. Thought Scour. Some lists already play Faithless Looting. It's not totally impossible that you'd rather just have a deck with Death Shadow and Terramander.
Ooh, yeah, rather than the Gurmag Anglers.
Yep. Yeah. You'd probably want to play.
Probably play some more Snapcasters that way too, right?
Yeah, play some Mutagenic Growths or something weird, just to kind of have that fill the graveyard and
for sure.
lose yourself life.
Yeah, because that secretly pumps your. Wow, my me brain no work. He secretly pumps your Death Shadows.
Yeah.
Forward. That was the hot tech back in the old Suicide days.
Oh my god, I missed that deck. Yeah.
Yep.
R.A.P. Gataxian Pro.
Those were the days.
Yeah, and Eric's just gonna. Looks like he's hurting for colored mana sources right now.
No kidding, just sitting on blue in a blue-green deck.
Yeah.
A little awkward. And no double blue. Or triple blue.
Yeah, not really where you want to be here.
No.
And Nick just getting to, he's at 10, but that doesn't matter. Eric's never going to kill him on damage.
Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, the snap beat plan. Nick
Ye
looks like
olde
he's
ambush
got
viper.
a Chandra Torch of Defiance in his hand.
Ooh, I like that on this list.
Yeah, it seems pretty decent. And just, chip in for Terramander for one.
Yep.
Counting his instants or sorceries, looks like we got 4, 5.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
And just holding up that mana leak all the time.
Yeah, that's smart. Keep Eric from developing one of those Wilderness Reclamations.
Sure.
It's weird that a 4-mana do almost nothing enchantment is probably the best card in this deck and in the standard version of the deck.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet though.
It's uncommon.
Yeah, it is the crux of the deck. That's for sure.
Kidding. So wild that a card like that sees so much play.
It looks like Eric is definitely. He's got some action in hand, but he's definitely playing around Mana Leak. He's playing around exactly Mana Leak.
Yep.
Which did
get a lot of discipline from Eric there.
Yeah.
Nick is at a very low life total.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
I joked about Snapcaster beats, but he's approaching the realm of Snapcaster beats.
I don't know. I don't think so. I just don't think it's even close. But looks like we do have Snap Bolt here.
Oof. Yeah. Getting Eric back below his starting life total.
All right. Wait, did we miss something there?
I am not sure, John.
There we go. Okay.
Discrepancy in life totals?
Oh, okay.
Discrepancy in life totals.
Yeah, there we go.
If John and I were smarter, we would have noticed that.
Yeah.
But
looks like we got 5.
just get back Growth Spiral here. Seems good.
Yeah, I think so.
Trying to bait out a mana leak, I would think.
Yeah, I think I'm surprised that here we go. I was surprised if Nick let him go to blockers
with that Snapcaster.
Yeah, and it also looks like
the Snapcaster could pressure his life total pretty hard.
Yeah, and it looks like Nick's Terramander activation costs 6 right now, which is or it's reduced by 6 right now, so he can't activate it and hold up mana leak. Yeah.
Although if he mana leaks something that Eric does, he can't activate it afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
It'll reduce it to 1.
That's true.
Yeah.
But that's just odd. That's just awkward.
Well, yeah, it's a weird thing, but that's what you want to do here.
I guess it's not awkward. It's just unfortunate. Like, if you're Nick.
Yeah, if I was Nick, I probably would have activated Terramander there.
Yeah, no, I like actually just keeping up the counterspell always and forever.
I don't know what he's gonna do during his end step that you care about all that much.
I don't know. I mean, Oh, did he have the triple blue? Yeah, he had the triple
Yeah,
blue. So, like,
yeah.
Cryptic Command, bounce your thing, draw a card.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's, yeah.
Yeah, bounce your Terramander, draw a card.
Right, like, yeah, here we go. Oh, okay, we got another Snapcaster.
That's another Snappy Boy.
Another
Bolt him
Bolt
again.
All right.
This
Bill,
is
getting
bolts.
very aggressive, yeah, and also just putting Terramander a little bit more out of reach every now and again to activate.
Yeah.
I think maybe Terramander activate there and then Snap Bolt on your turn is
Probably better.
yeah,
frankly.
but
Ooh, here comes a Cryptic Command. Tap the team. Ooh, that's gonna eat a Mana Leak.
and yep, and that's
There's
gonna
the
eat a
there's
Dispel.
the Dispel.
All right,
Yup. Oh, Dispel's so good.
yeah, and see this is why I like the activated end step play and hold your Snapcaster in reserve.
Yeah, no kidding.
But you know,
What other card is that? Just looking at
Chandra
Mountain
Torch.
plus Chandra, right? Oh, that's an awkward Jace.
yeah, there aren't a lot of good targets for it.
I'm just gonna bolt it in response to whatever abilities he's
Yeah.
doing. Looks like he's brainstorming. That's brainstorm. Good magic card.
Yeah, definitely. I was disappointed not to see something like a Temporal Mastery in here.
Oh yeah,
Just for the extra turn spells.
just
you
for
know?
the get him.
You know, you're playing Jace, you might as well, right?
Might as well. Not a lot of opportunity cost.
Yeah, I mean, like
Temporal
if you
Mastery,
don't Jace, it's probably just not good. Like you can cast
Temporal Mastery exiles itself, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is one of the fixed ones.
Good ideas. Yeah, one of the correctly printed ones.
Right.
Because if Eric was playing like a Time Warp, he could snap it back.
Sure. Yeah. But this is less taking turns than it is Fog deck.
Yeah, it's Fog. God, Wilderness Reclamation's so good. I never think about how good that card is, and then I like have it played against me, or I play it against somebody else. I'm like, oh right, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Especially in multiples.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
Like the fact that it stacks like that is.
Yeah, I've had to get uppity with people recently because they're like, "Oh yeah, I float this many mana." And I'm like, "Cool. What colors are you floating?"
Yeah,
You know, because it might not matter. It probably doesn't matter 99% of the time. But
But
like,
you have to indicate that some way.
right?
Like,
yeah, like you're tapping mana into your mana pool. That's a relevant thing.
yeah. Eric gonna fumble that
another-
Nexus a little bit,
Yeah.
but he was trying to cast it anyway, so it's fine.
Oh, and it looks like Chart a Course here from Nick. Pre-attack, so he's going to be discarding a Delver.
Yeah.
I like Chart a Course in the deck.
Yeah, Chart of Course is sweet.
yeah,
Sometimes it's just 2-mana divination.
Right, sure, and then even when it's not, it's
Yeah, heal your
it's
graveyard.
sometimes even better. Like it's like that
sometimes you'd
discarding
rather have-
right, that discarding one, just the amount of economy of the deck that sometimes you would rather have the second card in your graveyard because you're never going to cast it. You know?
no kidding.
You
There's a lot of
just
very
want
high
it to
value cards in this
yeah.
Grixis Delver deck. I like it a lot. Looks very sweet. Gotta hope he's playing K Command somewhere in there.
Oh yeah, I saw it game one.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Good. I love that card.
It's not its best here. I don't. Oh, there it is. There it is in the hand.
Not terrible.
Okay.
I mean, I'd make Eric discard a card there in response to the. Maybe regrow a creature. Maybe just burn him out for 2. But Nick's not doing anything else with that mana. He's gonna do that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna Colian's Command.
Just casting it like mini Blightning. It looks like ooh.
Yep. Oh, all right. Hitting
That could be incredibly
hitting
relevant.
Nexus of Fate.
He's gonna regrow a creature. Looked like.
Yeah, it looked like a Delver.
Yeah. Oh, Eric still has another extra turn though. Wow. Wow.
Wow, just
Better lucky than good. Good lord.
top deck Nexus of Fate. Yeah,
Yeah.
that yeah, Eric with nothing, no Wilderness Reclamation, no Planeswalkers, no nothing, just
it's totally hellbent. Just a couple of extra turns.
right. Yeah, and it looks like because is just gonna do nothing. Oh my God! Lumbering Falls Beats.
Get him.
There we go. You were talking about snap beats. I'd completely forgotten about the one
Me
Lumbering Falls that I
too.
made fun
No
of earlier
kidding.
in the game.
All right,
And
so try that card. What's he finds? Is it good in there?
it looks like it. It looked like a fog. It looked like there was a fog in there somewhere.
That's pretty strong.
It looks like
Gonna jump with the Snapcaster.
Yeah. And is Eric just forced to pass
Eric's
here?
still dead on board.
Yeah.
So let's hope he has some point of interaction.
Right. Looks like Cryptic Command in hand.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Or Fog.
Oh, he's
there we
got
go. Doesn't matter.
Does his opponent have counter magic?
Looks like
there's
gonna...
a mana leak in the graveyard,
Yeah,
but I think that's the only
counter
counter spell. Yeah, mana leak does not get there. Just gonna bolt him.
Yeah, I could see maybe wanting to do that while Eric doesn't have the counterspell mana up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because like the odds that he's sitting on Cryptic Command are decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with the number of cards he's drawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Eric should be at 4. Looks like they're torturing us by not updating their iPad life total.
Yeah. Let's hope that doesn't matter. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Okay, we got to search for his Kanta. That's
gonna play a search.
Multi-format all-star.
Yeah,
Search
no
for his
kidding.
Kanta.
That card's great.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it in some legacy deck lists.
Yeah, every now and again. Miracles will sometimes play it.
Yeah,
As a 1-0.
no, it's great.
Yeah.
Eric's still sitting on that Cryptic Command in hand.
And it looks like upkeep,
Yep.
tap your team, draw a card.
Yep, I think that's a great idea. Just not allow Nick to find another...
Sure, and we've got...
Oh, he's going to get to resolve
Flip
that
Delver.
Chandra this turn?
Oh.
Deal 2. Does he have a bolt in hand? Here's the Chandra, uptick, deal 2. And then just have bolt in hand.
There you go. That's win.
And
Eric
the last bolt in the deck.
just has nothing. Yeah, and he's got Thought Scour, and he's going to decline to cast it and just deal 2 to Eric.
Let's hope Eric doesn't need to put a shock land into play.
Oh, here's the thing, though. Eric's about to flip Search for his Kanta.
Oh, no.
And if he can flip Search main phase, find Wilderness Reclamation, it can get pretty busted
Eric's
pretty
a 2,
fast.
though. That's not a lot of life.
Yeah, but I think it might just not matter.
Yeah.
Chances, you're good. It's just weird. It's weird.
And it looks like there's a... Yeah, he's just making a decision on the scry. So...
Okay, activate.
Yep, yeah, and here it is. Activating his Kanta Sunken Ruin and finding Nexus of Fate.
Yeah.
Oh, finding Jace the Mind Sculptor? Okay.
Maybe he's sitting on
Maybe running a...
another fog or something?
You never know.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
got...
okay. Jason, 4 mana Jace.
Jace
4
Brainstorm?
mana Chandra.
Or something.
Gonna brainstorm.
I don't know what gets Eric out of here. If I'm
Because
just,
he's dead to
if
Chandra.
I'm just really
a
missing
fog,
something.
a
Yeah.
fo-
Yep. We're going to go to game 3 here. Yeah,
Yep.
that was...
Eric's done.
Eric was really close to pulling himself out of that,
Yeah,
though.
no
like,
kidding.
just
Facing down that many threats and
Right.
a very powerful 4-ability Planeswalker, like...
Yeah, I couldn't quite tell if he had the mana to cast the Nexus of Fate after the...
No, because he had
Azcanta.
he had 2 mana up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he paid 4 for the Jace.
Right.
So
Oh, yeah, so he only has 6. Yep.
Yeah.
Because, if he just sees Wilderness Reclamation there, like, he's probably just getting there.
Yeah.
Just, you're able to float a bunch of mana, activate his Kanta another time,
Yep.
have the extra turn spell probably, and, yeah.
The interaction between Wilderness Reclamation and Azcanta the Sunken Ruin is insane.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. I never gotten to play the card in any format other than Commander, but Azcanta the Sunken Ruin and
3 turns in a row.
Wilderness Reclamation.
yeah, that's just it's so
Powerful
good together.
combo. It's very powerful.
And it excites.
Especially in multiples, like he
Yeah.
had in game 1, where he could just dig so many cards deep.
Sure.
Like, literally, his opponent scooped to, I can dig 20 cards deep every turn.
Right. Yeah. No, exactly. That's
It's pretty gnarly.
yeah.
Pretty gnarly.
I wonder.
Players gonna look at 7s here.
Yeah. It looks like
Do you think
Nick.
Sussex on the draw, maybe?
No, I think Eric still takes the play just because.
Doesn't want to die.
Right. Doesn't want to
Yeah.
die. That's what it is. Nick is going to go to 6 after a 7 card hand. What looked like no lands.
That's awkward.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, both players go 6 here.
I've been there, done that, but it was
Yep.
on a Mold of 5 playing Ataxian Probe. So.
Yep.
Uh, Yeah. Okay. It looks like both players going to 6
No,
here.
the most awkward mulligan is when you're playing Manaless Dredge in Legacy and you have to mulligan because your hand has no dredgers.
Right. Yeah. That's you just do nothing for 2
Yep.
turns.
Yep. You do nothing
Yeah,
for
and
2 turns.
Nick, another
Nick
no
going 5.
land hand.
Yeah,
You know, the
that
Grixis
really
Delver
stinks.
deck not playing a lot of lands, but I don't know if it plays that few.
Yeah, I feel like you should be somewhere around 20-ish.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't go below 19 for sure.
Sure.
Especially with that Chandra, I've got to think he's at least 20.
Yeah. It
Anything other than that seems really ballsy.
But yeah, going to 5 hurts, especially in a tempo deck like Delver.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because your
cards
cards
are worth less than your opponent's cards.
right, exactly, but they're worth more at the time you cast them, and yeah. And it looks like we just got another.
But like pound for pound.
Oh god, not a great hand here for Nick. I see a bunch of lands and. But look,
Delver.
and Kolaghan's Command?
Turn one
Yeah.
land. Is he sitting on just lands K command?
Lands K
oh,
Command.
God.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be.
That's rough. Yeah, drawing the land off the top in his first draw step sucks.
Yeah, I know, but Blind Flip Delver, that's not that bad. It's not that bad at all.
Yeah, he's been doing that a lot.
Yeah, it looks like he's got Polluted Delta here and an Eric fetching. Is this end step? Did I just miss this?
It's probably end step.
Yeah, this looks like
I'd be
Eric
willing to
fetching
bet Nick
an end step,
passed.
yeah.
Yeah, because Nick's not doing anything else. Really nice for Eric to just be a 2-color deck.
Right, yeah, just...
So many modern decks are so greedy about their mana bases.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even just seeing a 2-color deck is like refreshing and strange.
Yeah, definitely. I don't see why Nick thought Scours and then Polluted Delta activation, because he's not looking for more land.
No.
And even though the math is negligible, if you're going to do both...
It's non-zero.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
if you're going to do both, I think you definitely want to, fetch
Yeah,
first.
I mean,
but-
just give yourself as much chance as
Yeah.
possible, even if it's
Man,
almost
Chart
nothing.
of course, that's...
Yep, 2-mana divination.
Yeah, that's
real
great.
good.
Okay, looks like we got end step, bounce, draw on
Yep.
Cryptic Command against that Delver.
Yep.
This is one of those, definitely one of those situations where it's relevant that, the thing changes after you play it. And,
for sure.
It's the same thing with the Jace minus. It's
It'll
Cryptic
have to go
Command,
back to
it's-
being a fugitive wizard.
Right, exactly. And it looks like Nick is... Oh, that was on Eric's turn.
Oh,
Interesting. I guess just before he untaps, has no chance to counter it.
weird.
Eric playing for his own tempo game,
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, Eric is pretty much ahead on tempo here.
Right.
Gonna try and land it as Kanta. Mana Leak won't do anything against the Sis Kanta.
Nope, not at all.
But I don't think he even has anything in hand that. Looks like he's got Snap plus K Command in hand.
Sure, yeah, which is
great combination of magic cards.
just not what you want to see right here. Yeah.
No.
Like great cards that do nothing.
Yes. Powerful nothing.
Yeah, unless I don't know. This looks like it could be.
He needs to start getting aggressive here.
Is this end step Snap Bolt?
Looks like it.
Yep. There we go.
Get in there.
Yeah, he milled that bolt off the Thought Scour earlier on, and yeah, there it is going to Eric's
Fire
face.
it off at Eric's face. Take a look at that top card. Come on.
Oh,
Nope.
yeah, no such luck this
Is
time.
that another land?
Yeah, Nick is just flooding
That's
hard
rough.
right now.
After a 3-lander?
Yeah,
on the 5?
yeah, after a 3-lander on
that
5,
stinks.
just
Ooh, there's a
absolutely
fog.
brutal.
Yeah, Eric's starting to close the door here. God, that's so many lands. That's rough. That's really rough. It stinks when stuff like that happens.
And his first 2 mulligans were because he had no lands.
Yeah,
so
'cause he had no
the
lands.
irony is strong with this one. And
Here you go. Have some lands.
Right. Yeah.
Ugh.
Thanks.
Just giving Eric all the time in the
Thanks,
world.
RN Jesus.
Yes. Based RN Jesus.
Yeah, and I think in some ways, Nick is kind of just hoping this Snapcaster dies somehow. Because if he can snap back, get it back with Kolaghan's Command and flashback Chart, of course. But
Yep.
I don't know. I think if this Delver flips here, hey, all right, there we go.
Hey-o.
That's
Nick-
part of the way there.
Nick has been very good at blind flipping his Delvers.
Right? Yeah. He's
Oh, there's a Snap Cryptic Commands. Buh.
Wow. Okay.
Or Snap Fog.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
All right, Eric. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Don't let me tell you how to live your life. Probably sitting on a
Do you
gate then?
do you just attack here and hope that attack with both here and hope that Eric kills your Snapcaster because you're sitting on Cold's command?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not nothing.
Yeah. You got Serum Visions here. Looking at Thought Scour in hand. Okay. Alright, maybe some cards that Nick's fine with drawing one, having some in his graveyard. Or is it mill draw or draw then mill?
It's mill then draw.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe just cards he likes having in his graveyard.
Yeah, I get that. Functional reprint in most decks of Mental Note.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah. Doesn't see a lot of play outside of fringe popper strategies, though.
Really? Okay.
Mental Note does, yeah.
Oh, it's definitely.
Yeah, so Eric gonna run out a opt here. Put something on the bottom. Draws a card.
Yeah, this and this just sort of looks like neither player doing a whole lot right now. Just kind of each one of them is circling for a breakthrough.
Yeah, both players just looking for something to do. There's a Wilderness Reclamation. That'll be pretty good.
Something to do. Yeah, and especially with Cant of the Sunken Ruin. Yeah. So, and this is where things are going to start to get a little bit wacky. We're going to have multiple activations of his Canta. Probably not starting this turn, but coming soon.
I think he spins it here.
Yeah?
Come on, you won't. Yeah.
All right, hoping for Cryptic Command, probably.
Yeah, I mean, or
Okay.
just interaction. Yep.
There it is.
Got it in one.
Yeah, and I mean, do you just? I'm actually curious here if you try to tag a threat, draw a card right now, or if you wait, but you run the risk of running into a counterspell.
I kind of want to just put that Delver back in his hand and draw a card.
Yeah.
Was he gonna do it? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There it is.
Yep. I think that's a pretty safe play, frankly.
Yeah, sure thing. And it looks like we got Thought Scour, target himself.
Yep.
Mill 2. We got lands. We got Inquisition of Coslight. And is that another land?
IOK is so good.
Oh my god. Nick just.
IOK is one of the weirdest price history cards for Modern.
Yeah?
Because it went from being a $1 budget replacement for Thoughtseize
Sure.
to being $20.
Yeah. And then.
and
it got
then-
reprinted and it
yeah.
didn't affect the price very much. And then
didn't do anything, and then it sort of petered its way down to I think it's at 4 or 5.
Right.
I don't
Well, yeah.
remember.
It's not cheap now because of multiple reprints. It's cheap because it's not very good. It's cheap
Yeah.
because there's just so many decks that are eh.
Yeah, it's only okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's IOK.
Boo.
Yeah. Hey, I could do some too. Yeah,
That's my shtick, John. How dare
Nick
you?
just looking at. Wow, he's got almost as many lands as the Turbo Fog deck right
Yeah,
now.
that can't feel good.
No. Looks like a hard
Ooh,
cast.
was he gonna surgical cryptic there?
Maybe. It
Can't ever nail the. Yep. Gonna get cryptic.
Yeah, there you go.
Gonna see Eric's pretty friggin' good hand of fog plus
Well,
dispel.
also, this might be valuable just in seeing what Eric
Yeah.
could potentially be working with.
Yeah, just
you
a
know?
knowledge of what's going on in Eric's hand.
And that's going to be the third and final cryptic
Yep.
command.
No more cryptics.
Yeah,
Stop looking.
just got fog and dispel in hand, which
That's pretty great.
yeah, and his Canta that's regularly flipping some stuff.
Yeah.
2
a turn. 2 every turn.
Yeah, drawing 3 cards a turn with 2 cards being what is the best of the top 4 cards you have.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's
Oh
pretty.
man, and he's gonna play another Wilderness Reclamation off that Azcanta.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess
So we'll have 2 more Azcanta.
That's why you activate it
Yeah.
in your main phase. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, and now we got the wackiness of activating his Canta with the second trigger on the stack, tapping the Wilderness Reclamations to indicate their triggers. We got 5 mana floating and just multiple fogs and a counterspell in hand for Eric. And he's going to activate his Canta again. And is it Nexus of Fate?
I kind of love that Eric can just play face up.
Right, yeah, well, exactly. I mean, everything is revealed information, you know?
Yep.
It's not totally out of the realm of possibility to do that.
Yeah, Eric's gonna opt here. See if he finds Nexus.
Does he like it?
What do you think? What do you think, Eric? He
All
does
right,
not like it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not Nexus of Fate, right? You've got plenty of ways
Yeah.
to stay alive.
Yeah.
you got a way to you got a way to protect the way you're staying alive.
Yep.
I just think you don't. I just think you bottom anything that isn't Nexus of Fate.
Yep, I totally agree. Could not agree more.
Yeah. And we got Eric flicking back
Is
his.
that another blind flip Delver? Yep.
Yep, it's another blind flip Delver, but Nick is just drawing. Blind flipping Delvers into small time cantrips into drawing more lands.
Yeah, that stinks.
Um,
I gotta say, every time I try and blind flip a Delver, I find lands off of it.
Yeah, it looks like a Faithless looting here in hand for Nick.
It's not bad.
Off that.
Turn some of
off
those
that
lands
Bob
into actual cards that do things.
Right, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's why he hasn't been. I don't know if he's missed a land
I think
drop
he's
on
been
purpose,
sandbagging
but
some lands.
yeah.
Because I know Eric's definitely missed some.
Yeah, and he just drawing another land off that doesn't feel great, maybe, but does get
flashback that
does get
Faithless looting
Snapcaster,
Does get Snapcaster,
which
yes.
you know, Snapcast. I think he has no targets for K command in his graveyard though.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just attacking for 3, not with the Snapcaster? That's interesting.
yeah,
I mean, he knows it's going to get fogged, but...
sure.
Oh, man, and Eric's got more fogs coming, and he's digging 8 cards deep every turn.
Growth Spiral, probably not what you're looking for, but
No,
but
Eric looks like he's whiffing a lot.
But it replaces
honestly.
itself. Yeah, but he's whiffing a lot, like 3 times a turn and staying alive.
Yeah, that's
so
fair.
it is. It is
Whiffing is in heavy parentheses.
right. Yeah, exactly. Even if he's whiffing right now, it is not out of the realm of possibility that he
Eric-
just draws what he
Yeah,
needs.
Eric, interestingly, not cracking the fetch because he's put so many cards on the bottom with Azcanta.
There it is,
Yep.
and that's why.
Yeah.
And that's why he wasn't cracking the fetch land.
Yep.
Nexus of
Keeping
Fate.
keeping the statistics the way he wants. them.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the deck. That's the deck. Like
Yep.
that's the lock.
Yep.
That when you're able to churn through your library with some combination of, Wilderness Reclamation and Azcanta and
and Jace
Jace and other Jace,
Yeah.
you're just churning through and if he has something like Blue Sun Zenith,
Oh, yeah.
you are churning through an absurd amount of cards every turn.
Yup.
That
No kidding.
yeah, that you will just always reliably hit your extra turn spell every single turn, which
And he's not that far from killing his opponent with Blue Suns, like you said.
right. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no,
Sitting
'cause of
on,
the-
he's sitting on 9 mana, and that's times 3.
Yeah, and cantrip heavy decks, that's
Yeah,
You
there's
know.
a strong chance that Nick just doesn't have 27 more
wow,
cards
just
in his
another
library.
Wilderness Reclamation
Oh,
here.
jeez.
I can't cast it because I'm pretty sure we're in end step right
Yes,
now.
yes, we are.
And Eric's gonna pass to himself. We got Growth Spiral, draw a card
Put a
maybe,
land in
put a
play.
land out, and
like
maybe
nope.
not. Yeah. Okay, so we got something before Eric starts his first extra turn. Snapcaster Mage.
Uh-huh. He's gonna target you don't need to. Do you need to pay the black?
I
Because
mean,
it gives you a flashback equal to its mana cost, right?
yeah, but why not pay the black?
Which is Phyrexian mana.
Is he gonna do anything else with the
Because he's
mana?
He can pretend he can do.
He has no cards.
Oh,
in
is he
hand.
hellbent?
Yeah.
No. All right.
He's hellbent. He
fine.
doesn't have Terramanders. He doesn't have instant speed Faithless Lootings.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh god. Yeah. I'd concede here.
Okay, we got Jace here.
I'd just be bored and I don't want to play anymore.
Oh, and it looks like a. I guess not a big deal. Yeah, so I'm thinking. I guess he didn't have the mana to activate the Azcanta Sunken Ruin
Ooh.
because you could wind up in a situation. Oh, and we're just gonna. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'd scoop there. Because Eric just eventually finds a Blue Suns and makes him draw like 40 cards.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Like-
All right. Well, we'll see you in round 3.